Hello and welcome to Yoga for Inner Peace. I am doing a series of 5 videos where we are doing yoga flow to open up the pathways in the body and to release any stress, any anxiety, anything that holds us back from finding that nice, clear inner peace. And with each video, we will do 3 minutes of meditation at the end, and we will add 3 minutes to each of the videos. So today we'll sit for 3 minutes, and then the next video that you visit will sit for 6, and then for 9, and then for 12, and then we'll work our way up to sitting for 15 minutes together. But for now, we are just simply going to come onto our backs and start stretching into our legs and our hips to get ready for some standing poses. So let's come on down onto our backs, please. And bring the knees into the chest. And just grounding the femurs in, nice and deep from the hips in towards the lower back, in towards the sacral region. And we can also make little circles onto the sacrum, just kind of making sure that we have some good movement and fluid and flow from upper to lower body. And then we'll do 3 nice little circles the other way around. And you might have put on some of your favorite music in the background while we do these movements together to open up the body and to clear the pathways and to find peace of mind, peace of heart, and peace of body. Let's hold that right knee in and extend the left leg forward. Just nice and comfortable. In towards the chest. You can spread your toes. You can extend your left leg. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Hands around the hamstrings. You can push your hands down in towards the seat. So kind of hamstrings going down towards the sit bones. It feels good for the lower back. From here, we can walk our way up and wake up in towards the core, hands to the ankles, and lift the shoulder blades off of the floor. Take your head towards your knee, extend your legs, wake up in towards all parts of the body, being fully here and fully now. And then exhale, bring it back down, take your knees to your chest and switch sides, left leg in and right leg forward. Letting the breath come and go as it likes. Each exhale, we are easing some pressure out of the body. And gently bring the left leg up towards the sky and hands around the hamstrings. You can spread your toes. Take a couple of nice deep breaths into any parts that feels tight, feels like it's holding on to anything, maybe things that are not even ours or yours or mine. And we'll just take an exhale and release it out. And walking our hands up towards the ankle. Elbows out to the side. Shoulder blades down on the back. Using the core to lift up. And then exhale, bring the knees back down into the chest. Bring both knees in. Take your hands inside your legs. Arms inside the legs, hands outside the feet. Happy baby. Releasing any tension in the adductors. Anything that needs to be released into the rotators, into hamstrings, shoulder blades down. Press your hands and your feet into each other or just simply hang out and enjoy your happy baby pose. You should feel good in the lower back. You should feel good in the hips. For the legs, and then gently bring your knees into the chest and put your feet all the way down. Take your right knee over your left, high up onto your quad and your hamstrings, arms out, and then we're going to come into a supine twist. Right knee over the left, over to the left side, and hang out here for 3 breaths. Kind of just warming up the body. Finding any places that needs to be a little bit more movable for our flow part of the session. And then gently bring it all the way back up and switch to the second side. My goal is to have these yoga sessions for 30 minutes and then the meditation will be added on to that. So today we should be about 35 minutes perhaps. Take your left over your right and tip your hips, your knees over to the right side. You might pull your arms opposite directions. Breathing. We'll take one more breath here. And then gently bring yourself back up to the center. Take your knees into your chest and hands under the knees, and let's roll it all the way up for a comfortable seated position, happy pose, Sukasana, or crossing your legs, sitting on a block on a blanket. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. And exhale, take your right hand down and your left arm up and over. Pull your core in, stabilize. And gently take it up and over. Second side, left hand down, right arm up and over. And gently bring it all the way back up. And from here, come to all fours, please. Make your way to all fours, stacking your knees and your hips above and below each other, and shoulders and wrists above and below. And then from here, let's take our belly button and pull it all the way in. Press the palms, expand the back body, find the lower abs, find your lower part of the body and wake it up, and releasing anything that is maybe kind of stuck. Sometimes it gets stuck in the lower body, and then we'll move it around a little bit. So we're just going to hold it here for one more breath, and then exhale, take it back down, bring your knees back, and find that nice little hold in the lower abs. Tuck the toes, exhale, come to your downward facing dog, please. Pedal your right heel, your left heel. Lift your upper arm bones. Make your way over to plank pose. Bring your knees to the floor and come all the way down. Inhale to your cobra. Stretch your legs back. Widen your feet. Come to your fingertips. Bring your shoulders back. Lift your chest forward. Stretch your legs all the way back. Take your ears back. And exhale. Bring it all the way back down. Hands by shoulders. Exhale. Press back. Child's pose. One breath in child's pose, just a nice big wave back, and then make your way up to all fours. Come to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice. Bring your feet all the way together. Take your right leg up to the horizon, and maybe from there you can take it a little higher up if it feels good to stretch that leg up, and take your knee to the chest and bring it back out. And from there, take your knee to your nose, big wide arch, take it back up. Take your knee to the third eye, big hollow belly, exhale, bring it back out. Step your right foot between your hands, take your left knee down, Anjasana, hands either to your quad or sweep your arms up to the sky. Pull your right heel towards the sit bone and bring yourself all the way forward, bicep to ears, lifting it all the way up. Give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths right here. And exhale, release. Hands to the floor and step it back. Downward facing dog. Make your way over to plank pose, please. Knit the front side together. Take your knees to the floor for support and lower all the way down. Widen your hands. Inhale. Come to cobra. Inner shoulder to outer shoulder. Stretch your legs way back. And then exhale, take it back down, push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Give yourself a few breaths right here. And then gently make your way back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, exhale. Take your feet together. And sweep your left leg up to the horizon. Use the back body to lift up. Use your lower abs to lift up. And maybe from there, take your leg all the way up towards the sky and step your knee to your chest, please. Bring it back out. And take your knee to your nose, please. And then bring it back out. And take your knee to your third eye and bring it back out. Step your foot between your hands and take your right knee down. Inhale, take your arms up to the sky or hands on your leg. Inhale, take yourself forward into your quad stretch that works for your right hip flexor. Lift your heart, your chest, your lungs, take it all the way up. Tone into the back body, tone into the front body. Release any extra pressure that is not yours. And exhale. Bring your hands back to the floor. Step back, down dog. Make your way over to plank pose. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. Bring your knees down. As soon as those knees hit, we have a nice feedback into the lower belly. Come all the way down. Inhale to cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. And exhale. Bring it all the way back down. Push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. And gently make your way back up to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And let's walk our feet to the middle of the mat. And take your hands to the middle of your mat. Bend your knees so your hips and your ankles are stacked. Sacrum is lifted and lower back is below. And it's lengthening and it's toning from the abdomen. Take your hands in each and elbow, top of the head towards the floor. And come into ragdoll. If you needed to put your hands on the floor, please do, for support so it's not too strenuous stretching for the back body. It should feel nice and comfortable. It should feel peaceful. It should feel nice to fold forward. Take another breath here. And then exhale, take your hands to your hips. Ground down from your hands to your hips to your feet and hinge your way up to standing. And release the hands. And from here, let's take our hands up towards the sky. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Take your right wrist and your right foot and step your foot behind and take your wrist up and over. Standing crescent. Nice long side body. Lift your lower belly. And then gently take it all the way back up. Hands out. Find your balance, come to center and switch sides. Take your left wrist and step your left foot behind. Take it all the way up and over. Crescent standing with a little twist to it. Few more breaths right here. And then gently bring it all the way up. Arms out, step your feet together. Take your hands behind, interlace. Roll the shoulders up and back, bend into your knees, hinge and fold, take your head towards the floor. Hands can stay on the sacrum or come all the way up. Or somewhere up, where you feel comfortable in your shoulders. Lifting shoulders away from the ears, lengthening your head down towards the floor. Give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths right here. And exhale, release hands to the sacrum and take the hands all the way down. From here, make your way back out to down dog, hands forward and feet back out. Each and every pose is with intention to lift some pressure off and create peace for our body, for our mind, for our heart. Creating comfort really by having our yoga practice. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones. Nice and comforting, like a nice big hug from skin to muscle, muscle to bone in every single pose. We'll stay one more breath right here and then take your feet all the way together. Again, I like to start on that midline. Today I like that. It switches and changes. Sweep your right leg up towards the horizon. I like to bend into my standing supporting leg so the femur can plug in and support my hips. And maybe from there the leg lifts up with the help of the glutes, of the lower abs, and with the strength between the ribs. Step your right foot between the hands. Come up high onto your left toes. Use your glutes to stand up and your lower abs into high crescent. Release your hands. Bring your arms up for a nice clear Crescent Lunge pose. So like a Virabhadrasana 1, like a Warrior 1 preparatory pose. Super powerful. Grounding down, reaching up, lifting the heart, stretching into your left quad, and just simply leaning in to anything that's out there for us to be downloaded for our inner peace. Exhale, release, hands to the floor. And step it back. Downward facing dog. Make your way over to plank. Bring your knees down. Inhale, exhale, come to the floor. Widen your hands. Come to your cobra. Exhale, bring it back down. Push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. One nice breath. And gently make it back up. Tuck your toes. Push back, down dog, please. Bring your feet together. Empty the air out. Inhale, sweep your left leg up to the horizon. Bend into your standing leg to plug your femur and square your hips and your shoulders. And from there, sweep maybe the left leg up like a nice celebratory lift, like looking for a signal up there, a signal for inner peace. Step your left foot between the hands and take your hands to your quad, please. Give yourself a few breaths right here, and then inhale, exhale, sweep your arms up to the sky for high crescent lunge. Maybe we'll stay here and organize. Maybe we'll take the heart, the chest, forward and up, lengthen the spine, lift and tone into the lower abs. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down, hands to the floor, step it back, downward facing dog, plank pose, shoulders and wrists are stacked. Bring your knees down and come all the way down, widen your hands. Inhale to your cobra, tuning and toning into the spine. Exhale, release, bring it back down. One breath to child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. And then gently make your way up to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Choose one foot to step between the hands that fits your angle to still do your practice with me and towards me. So one foot between the hands, feet wide apart. Excellent. Take your hands straight down underneath the shoulders, right hand in the center, left hand to your sacrum, the triangle bony part at the base of your spine. Bend into your knees, and from there twist and turn up to the sky, moving through the layers so that we can comfortably sit for 3 minutes together at the end. And exhale, release. Hands switching, left hand down, right hand to your sacrum. Anchor down into the sacrum, into the legs. And from there, initiate the twist and bring your arm, your right arm up to the sky, and maybe the gaze comes up as well. One more breath. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down. Take your right elbow in towards your right knee. Skandasana. Take your left toes up and your left heel down and come into a nice adductor stretch. And come up and over to the second side. Left elbow into the left knee, right heel down, toes up. And bring it all the way back up and over one more time. This time we might just edge our way all the way down for a seat. And take our right arm forward and wrap it behind your right leg. And take your hands behind you and hinge and fold here. And open up a little bit more to the hips. And get a shoulder opener. Getting a bind. And then one more breath. And exhale, release, hands to the floor. Make your way up and over to the second side. And maybe you stay lifted, or maybe you come down to a seat. Take your left arm forward and externally rotate your arm and take your arm behind you and find your hands. Maybe you have a hold of your shirt, or maybe you have your hands on the floor for support. Just finding some good opening in towards hips, lower back, lumbar spine for a seat. And then exhale, release the hands. Find your way back to the center and take the heel of the hands aligned with the heel of the feet. From here, extend your spine to the sky, and then from there, take the top of the head towards the floor or to a block. Maybe you have a yoga block and you put it underneath. Maybe your head is hanging nice and free. Stretching into the back of the legs, creating space for the whole spine, for the hamstring layers, the lumbar spine, shoulders away from the ears. We'll stay one more breath here. And then gently Stretch the arms and come towards the front of your mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press the palms. Lift the upper arm bones. Come to plank pose. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. And bring your knees down. And come all the way down to the belly. And widen your hands, elbows to the side. Inhale to your cobra. And exhale, bring it back down. And push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. And make your way up to all fours, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And we're gonna continue on with 2 twists from our low crescent lunge and high crescent lunge poses. So kind of same as we were just going through, but this time we'll twist it up a little bit. And we're not going to do knee to nose. We'll just sweep that right leg up towards the sky and give ourselves a nice big full leg stretch. Step your foot between your hands. Take your left knee down, hands to your quad, and sweep your left arm up to the sky. Bring your ribs together, expand the back body, and come to a twist with your left elbow to your right knee. And from there, twist and turn in towards the waist, in towards lower middle. Press your hands into each other, and the hands end up right by the sternum, right at the heart. One elbow up, one elbow down, and we'll stay here. Maybe we'll come forward, and if we feel comfortable, then we can add on by stretching the back knee off of the mat and coming into a high crescent twist. And we're holding our twist. We are releasing all kinds of pressures that go into the layers. And by twisting, first we open up with wide poses, then we twist anything that holds us back out so we can find our inner peace. You can also separate your hands, one down and one up. Take the gaze up towards the thumb, fully stretch out through the back leg, hug your skin to your muscles, and then exhale, bring the gaze down, take it all the way back down, step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Come to your plank pose, shoulders and wrists are stacked, bring your knees down and come all the way down to the belly. Inhale to cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder, and exhale, bring it back down, push back, one breath in child's pose. Everything should feel a little bit lighter and brighter with each breath. Come to your tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Bring your feet at a comfortable place and sweep your left leg up towards the horizon and celebratory up to the level where it feels comfortable for you, where you're still plugged in. Sweep your left foot between your hands, take your right knee down, take your right arm up to the sky, bring everything into the center line, hug it all the way in, take your right elbow to your left knee, and twist and turn it around from here. Palms together, one hand up and one hand down, and the hands meet right at your sternum, the center of the chest. Twist and turn from the belly, twist and turn for your organs, twist and turn for your entire spine. And maybe we'll stay here, lean forward. Maybe we'll summon some energy to lift the right knee off the floor and come into your high crescent twist. Maybe the hands separate, one down, one up. Fully fill out your body with all energy, blasting everything from the center and out, and everything from out into the center, and on, and just keep on exchanging the energy through the layers. And then exhale, release the gaze, take the hands down, step it back, down dog. Those twists always gets me. Any twist, whichever level, there's always something to twist out. From here, take yourself through one more flow. Shoulders and wrists are stacked, knees to the floor. Come all the way down, widening your hands. Inhale to your cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. Exhale, release. Bring it back down, push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. One breath. Make your way to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones, connect all parts of yourself fully. And stepping your feet over to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bringing your seat all the way down to the floor and heels down. And from here, hands on each side of your legs on the outside, and just kind of take a hold of our hamstrings or IT band. Curve the belly in and connect all parts and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Just one nice roll down. Excellent. And take the knees into the chest, holding it nice and comfortable in here, grounding it all the way down. And gently from here, take your feet down to the floor, right ankle over the left knee, preparing for our seat with figure 4. Karate chop your right ankle into the left knee, and then take your hands around your hamstrings on your left side. Maybe the left leg lifts up, maybe it stays on the floor. See if you can even out shoulder blades and sacrum. Maybe your hands come underneath your left knee. There should be a nice stretch into your right rotators. We'll stay for one more breath right here. And then gently release and switch to the second side. Feet down, take your left ankle over your right knee. Maybe this is plenty, maybe the leg doesn't have to lift up. If you wanted to, you can, and if your hip is telling you yes, then take your leg up. If not, stay down. Hands around the hamstrings. Sacrum down, shoulder blades down. Either hands underneath the knee or in front below the knee. Should feel this in the left side of the hip, somewhere in there. IT band area, maybe adductors, maybe all kinds of places. Stay for one more breath here. And then gently release and take your knees into the chest and roll all the way up and come and sit in a comfortable seat with your legs out for Upavishta Konasana. We'll just take that figure 4 pose or supine swan pose and open it up. So from here, heels down and toes up. Take your right hand behind your knee and thigh and bring your left arm up, just like in the beginning. Just a nice big side body stretch, making sure that we have released anything that we can for this session in the side body, in the front, in the back body. And take it up and over, second side. Take your right arm up, left hand supports both sit bones down. One more breath right here. And then gently take it all the way back up. And take your hands underneath your knees and find yourself a comfortable seat, Sukasana, happy pose. To sit for 3 minutes together for our inner peace, to find it. These are good times to go and find our inner peace. And sometimes it takes some movement to be able to sit. Some of you might sit without movements. But today we are using YogaFlow and poses to be able to sit together. So I'm going to put this on our 3-minute timer. So get comfortable, sit nice and tall on your sit bones. You might pause me and bring in your journal and write down things that you want to achieve for your inner peace, like maybe peace of mind, maybe a quiet mind, maybe less of the news, maybe more outdoor activities, or maybe more yoga, anything that you want to write down, or we'll just sit together. There's so many options. So get comfortable, sit bones down, maybe put some calming music on, or just sit with your own breath. I'm putting the timer on for our 3 minutes. Hands can either be on your lap, or hands can be on your knees. And we just sit together in our own peace, right here, right now. Just easing the pressure in the body. Releasing any tension. You don't have to know how, but just ask. Slowly start to bring yourself back. Take a comfortable breath. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Join me in one Om to close our practice, a nice, soft, gentle Om. Take an inhale. And gently release the hands. I highly recommend to lay down for a Shavasana for as long as you like. And then I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I have a lot on my YouTube channel that this will be a series of 5 where we add 3 minutes of meditation to each session. So this was the first one. And I look forward to seeing you in the next. Have a great afternoon and check out my website, mariegreenyoga.com, for yoga retreats. Thank you so much. Namaste.